Hey, Claire Bear.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm really sorry. Done.
What's going on, your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. This is the Bear, the penultimate. In case you don't know, that is the second to last episode, episode 9, titled Apologies. It has a 7.6 out of 10, which for the Bear this season is pretty good, considering some of the fanfare that's getting. A lot of it has to do with the Emmys. Make sure you stay to the very end, because you know me and Rekkai, we're gonna chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, over the things we've enjoyed and the things that we may be scratching our head about. So without any further ado, let's get started. Penultimates. Oh, I always get excited about these penultimates. You never know what you're gonna get, but you know it's gonna be good, right?
Yeah, you set up your last conflicts. Yeah.
Something else is existing there. I don't know what, but there's something happening. It's not part of our normal day.
Close encounters.
Close encounters, yep.
But we're trying to create something different.
Showing a lot of classic Jones.
Oh yeah.
In a can, that's good. In a can, that's better blowing in before you hold that can with both hands.
The early beginnings.
It has to be something that just happens.
Of course, we focus on Marcus.
Yeah. The heart.
Let's make magic.
Now, in case you didn't know, the name of this episode is Apologies.
Which to me, that sounds like a whole lot of Carmy.
I'm so tired. Just stop.
Yeah, well,
Look at him.
Boxes come in, break down boxes.
yeah, but then a shipment comes in, we have to do it again, right?
What if this is a haunt?
It's not a haunt.
Do you think?
No.
What if it was? What if it was? What if it was?
Yeah, how do you want to haunt us? Why?
Who's pissed at us?
Yeah, crazy.
Peace.
Totally. Peace. Like a ass, right? It's like on the inside.
No. EACE.
Okay, yeah, respect.
EACE. He's a respect God.
Oh, really? Just like every day?
See?
Not really, just
That's
like
a haunt.
every day.
That is a haunt, yeah.
That's a haunt. She's living in his head rent free.
There's always time. It's super easy. Bear, check this out. Hey, Ted.
Yeah.
You be Claire Bear. I'm going to be Carmy because we're best friends. I know his nuances. Hey, Claire Bear.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm really sorry. Done. We always break down the boxes, for sure.
He knows he's thinking about it. He's like, yeah.
You.
Maybe she's haunting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a haunt. Yeah.
Man, we have
She's
all
living
been
in your head rent free, my boy.
No, refire again, guys. Clip softball tonight. Let's go. You guys are.
This ain't worse? Swing and a miss?
I was just thinking about that, where they had the photo shoot. Somebody said a stellar experience.
Let's get home. Push. Refire again. Let's go. Please give me the Fnagnolati. Push. Still waiting on.
This is the Bear is worse. What?
Push. Please. Marcus waiting on 23. Waiting on Agnolati. Waiting on Wagyu.
Damn, those are popping up so fast.
Oh. Woo!
So the Bear raises the bar. So I'm seeing mixed reviews.
Failure. I'm seeing good. I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Look at that divide. Woo! That's a dope shot, though. Wow.
That's bananas right there. And it's the thing, that is, for all of his faults, that is not how Mikey ran the beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, the beef was very much a family atmosphere with dysfunction, but it was family. Like, there was love in there. The love is gone here.
The pressure. Woo! I could feel it. Goodness.
Oh, I bet that's the wedding invitation.
Yes, it is.
And now Nat's out with the baby.
What's this? Promo.
The sommelier.
Today felt like 2 days.
I've had those days. Man.
Extra dessert on 42. Why? Birthday. We missed the birthday? Yeah.
The front of the house is not even...
Going forward, we don't miss birthdays. Chef.
I want to be sophisticated like that and drink wine. I can't, just...
Yeah, I'm gonna crack it eventually.
I didn't mean the plate.
I'm fine.
Of course, that's a man answer.
That part.
Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and I forgot what the E means, but...
Tonight was off.
Been off.
I'm sorry.
He's good at saying I'm sorry, but there's nothing behind it.
It can wait.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm tired. We're both tired.
Yeah, I'm right here.
He's right there.
Yeah, but no, she's right.
There is no right time because he's never going to not be that.
It's not.
No. No, I'm...
Yeah.
No, I've got a lot of stuff to do.
It's the funeral dinner is what he's talking about, right?
It's ever.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you talking about?
She don't want to run into dude, and he'd be like, you thought about the offer, like...
But it's also, do you think she could also be thinking she's trying to respect his sacred space?
No, she came through ever too, though, I thought.
Okay, thank you. Then good night.
Good night.
It's like he said something and didn't actually even say anything. Like, I don't want it to be so hard to keep up with it. No shit. Me neither. What do we do about it? I just stare at you intensely and hope that you figure it out by osmosis. What the...
That does not look good. Like, a lot of the foods they've showed have looked really good. That does not look good to me.
I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. Like, is that... That's just me. How they just throw that shit away? It didn't plate well. Oh shit! Give it to a homeless. Homeless dude gonna eat the best he ever ate in his life. I don't know what this slop is, but it's wonderful. That's the thing about how do you continue to keep moving, putting one leg in front of the other one when you have so many damn demons. I mean, we see him going to therapy, but therapy takes time. And that's the thing. Life don't give you that time that you need to get healed, to get right, so you stop effing up all the time, Okay, you got to actually hit dial. You got to actually hit the call button. Like,
Sailing flush?
you're going to punk out.
Just playing with friends for free. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Woo. Mending a broken bone, too. That's very telling, story-wise. That's got to be even more frustrating. That green tape again.
I love the fact, too, that, you know what I'm saying? Then take a look at our house. It's like nothing there.
Yeah, she hasn't even finished unpacking. I love how it's framed in the green tape.
Marcus is going to do some magic.
That looks beautiful. I don't know what it is, but it's visually pleasing.
That also looks like one spoonful.
Yeah.
What you doing here?
Been getting my ass kicked during service, so I just figured I'd come in and work on some things while we're not in the shits. What about you?
Same, man.
Yeah.
God, I love the team. The team be like, we just gonna be nice. Show up early.
Grapes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at the dedication.
Well, when you have a shared vision, and everybody's on the same page.
The name they got for these is golf clubs. Funnily enough, I am missing one. I wouldn't have to be the one wedged up your ass last couple. Flying out to Seattle tonight, so I don't want to leave him in a car. What are you doing? Fucking spraying?
Yeah, just spraying.
How are you not celebrating that review?
Yeah, no, me neither. You been thinking about it?
A lot.
Yeah.
Well, dreams are a son of a... aren't they? Series, U Chicago.
Went to a lecture series?
Yeah, I went to a lecture series.
That motherfucker, I'm cultured.
Stuck at the bottom of a swimming pool and your teeth keep floating up out of your head and you look down and got a tattoo of a bulldog on you.
What?
I don't think so.
So, when anything is alive, anything, like plants, animals, human beings, whatever, we absorb carbon-14 atoms into our tissue.
Maybe they could test them.
If you really nurture these dreams, these goals, no matter how bad crazy they sound, and trust me, there are like 15 more of these breakthroughs, positively. Okay?
All right, so what are you telling me?
I'm telling you that if we get a bad review, I gotta cut the fucking string.
Yeah. That's what he's telling you.
Yeah.
It is my duty to impart to you, and it's just my sincere hope you don't resent me for it too much.
Is it worse than that?
Depends.
Damn.
When'd you see her?
Been help me with something. You've avoiding it, have you?
You ain't seen your niece?
Well, only one way to make that happen.
What's that?
Just run right into it.
There's a quote. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't really there.
Buddy, I do not blame you 1 second for cruising.
You call it even?
We're even. For the $850,000 you owe me, we are square, baby.
Except for the almost $1 million.
Weird people don't put their hands on them.
Fuck, 1 second.
Hey, the computer?
That computer? Yeah.
The market ripped. You give him a deadline. You apologize. You tell him you love him. You'll make it up to him down the road. But this is this. It is what it is.
Oh.
You don't have kids?
Dude, you have a 15-year-old.
I'm not talking about him.
Be poor. They say that leads to empathy.
Hey.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Go ahead.
How about you take a nice long walk off a short pier and then go...
Damn, he almost broke.
Oh, my God.
Can't imagine being a kid right now.
So, really, he's saying the review has got to be stellar.
And even if it is, they still ain't got no money.
Yo!
Oh, no!
Do not pick that up.
Put that down right now! No!
Talking to her like she a dog.
That's a...
And it's going to be really mellow at our house. Not a lot of people.
I see you using all those good keywords.
Well, I know my demographic.
They have a very rare thing.
I didn't know what to say.
Hey, don't eat that!
You're going to love that. It tastes just like carrots. Okay. That's what I thought.
That was good.
It tastes just like carrots. Gross.
Float in his face and it would be all her fault or something.
Wonder where he picked that up.
Yeah, I wonder where he picked that up.
Thanks for being so good to her.
Thank you for being so good to her. Just RSVP, okay? Don't be a...
Don't be a little be a.
I know I haven't asked you in a minute, but...
Well, I'm all right.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay if you're not all right, you know?
It's okay to not be okay.
Good memories?
Yeah.
You lucky to have them.
I sure am.
We all don't get that.
Mash? Pureed.
Pureed. Yeah, thank you, chef.
Of course, chef.
I'm so lost on what they just said.
Going there and speaking on his behalf?
I don't think so. I'm his best friend. I know him better than anybody. I know he wants to say it, but like he never would. So maybe this good point. You know, I think it doesn't hurt.
They're going to talk to Claire.
Oh no. Oh, you got good intentions, but I don't know if this is the move, man.
The road to hell. The road to hell.
Yes, no, it's great. Sorry, I was, what did it say?
It's a pretty good salary. 70 a year, couple bonuses.
Oh, nice.
After 3 months.
Another L.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's rocking, right? Like, it's going great.
Yeah, I was more making like a bad joke. Oh, I think.
Your other offer is way sweeter.
Yeah, because the other one started at 80.
Mm-hmm. And insurance is automatic.
I think, yeah.
Hey, do you think the beef stew would make noise if I cooked it?
What?
Like, would that wake him up?
My man is hungry. Let him eat something.
I think I just more was like, you know, the smell of food. Sometimes
I thought, like, different ones were more noisy or something.
No. Thanks for looking at it, though, Pete.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dr. Claire.
Oh, God. How is this going to go?
And like when we were in high school? Yeah. Yo,
What's he doing
well, I didn't
here?
leave you. I told you. You left. I didn't. I was walking down the hallway looking for Dr.
No, you walked ahead of me.
I know.
You have to leave.
I took a couple wrong turns. I saw a guy get was cut like wide open.
Were you in an operating room?
I think I might have been.
Oh my God.
Strong shoulders and he has strong arms, and I think that like he could hug you a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. That was good.
That was strong.
These two are special.
This is so sweet of you.
Yeah.
You have to leave my job. Because this is my work, but it's so meaningful, and your multiple texts mean so much.
Who's Diana? Who's Diane, by the way?
No. You for my friends.
Kelly said.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's hilarious. Damn fact brothers, I swear. Oh.
Man, you better swaddle that baby. Baby flailing.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Do them other folks know that? Is that...
Can't let the baby
Everybody knows
flail.
that, right? That's not just a black thing.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I used to pride myself on my swaddling.
Your wings to speak, I wish you'd let me in all your life.
So who was that to?
What the hell? What was that?
He wrote a card to somebody. Maybe it's the Claire Bear? I don't know. This episode, to me, it feels very much aligned with a lot of the episodes of this season. It's just a lot of artistic interpretation. Nothing is really just said just straight up, right? You know, you have to really read between the pauses. You know, they say in comic books, life happens in between the panels, right? So, you know, you got to like look in between the scenes in order to get a little bit more context. This isn't a complaint. It's just an observation. And one of the things that we've enjoyed about what I love this name, the penultimate, the second to last, is kind of like when you raise the stakes before the grand finale. That's the quickest way that I can say to define it. I don't know if this did that, or maybe not in the traditional sense, but that's not a bad thing. It's just different. So how are you feeling regarding this episode?
I don't feel that it did that. For it to be named apologies, and then we get a lot of exposition about how someone should be apologetic, and most of this focuses on Carmy, and even in a way in a small bit about Richie. But as you go back and examine the dynamic between all the people that work here, pretty much, we had basically our main cast kind of show up in different ways. You saw Tina and Marcus, and I forget, what is the sommelier's name? I don't know.
Not Abram. Gary.
No,
Gary Sweeps.
Gary.
Yeah.
So Gary, them all show up early to work on stuff at the restaurant, but that's out of pure love.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other side of that, you had Sydney, who couldn't broach the subject with Carmy. Like, there is more than just, you know, like if you go back and look at this whole, where they talk about the crux of this is really around Carmy and Claire.
Okay.
He said some things. He thought he was talking to Tina, but he said some things. And now he hasn't reached out. He has apologized, nothing. But that same dynamic is really in the way of him and Sydney.
Mm.
And now you made a reference, an analogy maybe in the last episode where Carmy and Sid are like a marriage. And she has to decide whether she wants to commit. I didn't see it that way.
Okay.
I see it right now as she's already committed. Committed in the sense of maybe their common law marriage.
Okay.
You know, she ain't put pen to paper and you know, went down and got the paperwork done, but they're married. But right now she's considering a divorce.
Ah.
You know, she's actually got another suitor.
Huh.
You know, who's come along with a bigger, better deal, who's going to let her be her and not stifle her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to let you do you. I'm going to take care of the back end. You do you. Whatever, however you want to theme it. You hire the staff. It's all you, boo. And even though this man you've been with this man, you've been rocking with this man, y'all have grown. Are y'all done? And I think that's the crossroads that she's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no guarantee that, especially if you think back to other early episodes, the talks that she had with her father. And I know this from my personal experience, that it is extremely hard to step out there on that branch that you're by yourself. No matter how much someone tells you you're talented or you got this or that going for you, to step out there on that branch by yourself and make your own way, to step out of someone's shadow, even if you will. It's extremely hard to do, because if you suffer from depression or anxiety, just even though you should be thinking positive thoughts about how great this can be, your mind recesses to, what if I fail? You know, I'm not only letting myself down, I let my father down, I let all the people who work with me down. Just, you know, it could be great, sure, but then we could end up like the Ever, and now Ever is having a funeral. Like, you know, and not only that, to come up under Carmy and be like, does being the boss, does being the one in charge, do I really want to be Carmy? Like, do I even have any examples? You know, the one thing I know about life is that it is hard to do something that you have never seen. Like, you can't have a successful marriage if you've never been around people with a successful marriage. You don't have any mentors, uncles, aunts, parents, anybody that has a successful marriage. How can you do something that you ain't seen? Shit, TV is TV. That ain't real. But if you don't have any older mentors that tell you this is how you get through this, this is how you get over this hump, you can't do. I mean, I might want to be a fighter pilot. I might want to be Top Gun Maverick. But if I ain't never been in an airplane, I ain't never been around airplanes, I don't know no pilots, I ain't never been up for test rides, I don't, you know, like, that's some wish, you know, that's you back to being a little kid talking about, you know, shoulda, woulda, couldas. How do you get out there and make your mark if you're too afraid to even, you know, step out of line? And I think that's what Sid is going through right now. And unfortunately, Carmy can't get his shit together to save what little bit of family he's got left. He's on the outs with pretty much everybody. And if he was an untalented hack, this place would have been closed down. But I think right now, the unfortunate thing of what we're seeing in season 3 is that people believe in Carmy's talent more than they believe in him. And that's the opposite to what we got in the beef. They believed in Mikey.
Okay. Okay. I did like the analogy of already being in a marriage and not looking for a divorce. If the narrator's not a lie, then we've seen the article. If the narrator's not a lie, right? And the article states that he's one of the greatest talents, culinary talents currently in Chicago. And there is a burden to greatness. There's a burden that is very heavy. It's heavy on the person that's achieving it, and it's heavy around the people that have to surround that orbit greatness. If you're orbiting greatness, then their gravitational pull, you even having purpose is determined by their gravitational pull. And some people aren't made for it. Some people want to have their own gravity. But Carmy is so big. He's almost like it's not even a gravitational pull. It's almost like he's a black hole now. It's so strong, it's almost destructive. And you have to decide if you're gonna go in it. You know, I think that's where Sydney's at. Sydney knows he's good. She's known from the word jump when she had that very first, you know, we saw her face as she tasted his food for the very first time. She knew from the word go, this is special. She sought him out because he is special. But you have to realize, if I'm going to be in this relationship, then I'm going to be supporting greatness. I may not be able to be great myself. And now she's given the opportunity to maybe do that on her own. There's a lot of the history is filled with people that thought that they can do it on their own. I'm not saying she's not capable, but Carmy right now is 93 Jordan right now, 92, 93 Jordan. He can't miss. He's leading in a little bit by fear. It's faked in a shroud of love, but it is a little bit of fear of disappointment, of them disappointing Carmy, fear of them disappointing the beef, an establishment. There's a strong sense of fear just this season. But we've seen people kind of like step out on their own. It didn't work out. Kyrie Irving is a perfect example with LeBron James. Kyrie Irving's a wildly talented basketball player, wildly talented, insanely talented. Could not do it out of LeBron's shadow. He tried hard. Kevin Durant, wildly talented individual, wildly. I know people feel some kind of way about it, but he wasn't able to win a championship without Curry. Tried to do it on his own, could not do it. So there's that. And then there's the looming, very real reality that even if you do have it, can you survive? And that is the closing of Ever, which is a very interesting name for a restaurant because you think it's going to live forever. Did not. We had season 2 really talked heavily about the clock. Every moment counts. There is nothing can be wasted because you don't know how long you're going to have. So cherish every precious moment. I think that is a very strong foundation to why Carmy takes these actions in season 3. I think he feels the clock is running out and he has only a short amount of time in order to get things done. And if I have to sacrifice everything in order to make every moment count, so be it. And he's so focused on finding perfection in such a small amount of time with such a strong gravitational pull. Nobody's going to be able to survive in that situation. I think Richie has guilt because I think he has guilt on the fact that he couldn't be the father that he wanted to be. I think he has guilt that he couldn't be the support for Carmy that he needed to be. Maybe even guilt that he couldn't be the support in order to get Michael, somebody he admired, out of a bad situation. I feel like Richie feels like he has this black cloud that just hangs around him and he's struggling to try to get out of that space. And you're dealing with somebody that's trying to achieve greatness. What do you do when you're Superman's son? What do you do when you're Michael Jordan's son? You know, more than likely, you're not going to be Jordan. You're not going to be Superman. You're not going to be Carmy, Sydney. more than likely. I hope you can. So maybe apology, as the name of this episode, is apologizing for things that can never be, disappointments that you can't get over. Carmy apologizing, maybe trying to find a way to apologize to himself to build up some courage so that he can be the man that he wants to be in order to be with Claire Bear. You know, it's a lot of layers to this. I'm about to hop off of my soapbox because I see you got that look in your eye. What's on your mind?
I was gonna say something about Richie, but I'm gonna go to Carmy and I'm gonna make a weird reference.
Please, I love the weird.
I want to say the movie is Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh, say more.
Stephen Chow movie. He was, even though, you know, for all of, you know, what's put together in the movie, he sought out and wanted these superpowers and all this stuff, you know, in his Kung Fu quest to become that guy. It was really all based on him as a little kid and that girl, that he just wanted to give her the pinwheel lollipop or whatever. And he rediscovered her as an adult, and she's making cakes or something, you know, a little street vendor, a little street kiosk thing. And the woman that she's working for, I think if I'm remembering this correct, it's been a long time, noticed that, you know, like when people get in the kitchen, and you can know this if you have any family members who can burn, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing, like I can't really cook. I can cook, but I am a by the numbers type of person. You give me the recipe, I can follow the recipe, and it will taste like what it's supposed to taste like. Now, that means it's, you know, it's edible. That means that, you know, you might say, you know, you doctor it up a little bit. You might be like, oh, this is good. You know, but it's not one of those things that, you know, you taste and be like, ooh, hold on, I'm gonna slap your mama. Where's the shit? Like, I'm slap shit at him like, woo, like, boy, give me some more of that. Like, there are certain people that can actually infuse the food with like their emotions. Like, you can taste the passion, you can taste the love. When we were looking at those reviews, like they were all over the place. Some people saying this is the greatest shit ever, and Carmy is that guy. And some people was like, yeah, that was a swing and a miss. Like that shit was awful. You know, and it may have been the experience that they had, you know, whatever. In Kung Fu Hustle, that little girl, when she ran into dude again, he made her feel some kind of way, and she was sad. And she was cooking, and she started crying like she was sad. And people was eating these little cakes, and they had this wave of emotion come over me, like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? And it was her, and not necessarily that it was her tears, but the sadness, what she felt while she was cooking, that emotion was in the food. And I think that season 3, that's where we're at with Carmy. Not so much that Sid can't be him. You know, people that are wildly talented, also, not everyone is meant to be a leader. Some people, you know what I'm saying? And really, to be a good, effective leader, you have to come up through the ranks. I personally don't believe that anybody just go to the top of the thing and be a good leader if you don't know how the restaurant works. Carmy came up through this restaurant. He got to work here a lot as a kid, got to do a lot of stuff. But Michael, in my opinion, in an attempt to save Carmy from the rigmarole, the humdrum, everyday, you know, almost routine things that it was to run the beef, something that Michael didn't even want himself, he was saving Carmy. Because even though he couldn't express it, because apparently in their family, they have a hard time expressing anything real. You know, he thought that Carmy was super talented, that he was a genius at what he did, and he's tried to save him, but went about it in the wrong way. And I think that all that Carmy's dealing with, avoiding his mom, you know, his sister just had a baby, and he ain't been over to see it. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
You have time off, sir. Like, you don't think to go stop by and see your niece, your nephew? Like, what? Just, the whole thing with Claire, this vast ocean in between him and Sydney. And I don't know if it's just a idiosyncratic thing that he has where he pushes people away because it's easier that way. You push people away so they can't disappoint you. I think that his emotions and all of the demons and baggage that he brings with him is going not only into the food, but into the restaurant. And that has been the shift in tone for this entire season. I wouldn't have thought to have done a season like this, and I understand a shift in tone, and maybe you did it for the first half before they start working their way back, because it is easy to lose people that saw the light, that saw the underdog, that saw the just everything that the first two seasons presented us. I don't think that this season's terrible, but I think when you compare it to season 1 and season 2, that again, and I say it again, that the heart is not there. And I think that's because our main protagonist in Carmy has not dealt with any of the demons, and he brings that baggage with him into each and every episode. Like, remember the episode where they were talking about legacy?
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he really wants us to be depression-free, anxiety-free, but you have to filter out all the bad to get to the good.
Yeah.
I think this season is speaking to that, because all we're getting presented is in all of the bad. Like, even to the point where in this episode, the uncle can't cover his shorts. Like, he didn't hit a bad downturn and he ain't got no money. That almost would bring back the underdog feeling that, okay, now they have a restaurant that's a hit. They made it. But now the financier is out of there. There's no more money. I can't cover the shorts. If y'all, I've been asking y'all for a while, you have to do at least 2.5 turns or whatever of the restaurant. We get up to a turn and 3/4. We short almost every night for supplies, for this crazy ass chaos menu, for, being able to fund this enterprise. We done with that. And if the review is not stellar, we may not get the kind of business that will keep us afloat and maybe see us, turn the corner. And as a matter of fact, the most interesting thing that could happen right now, besides Carmy coming to grips with his shit, is that the uncle is out. I ain't got no more money. I'm dead broke and I can't fund it no more. But they do get a stellar review and they become the underdogs again. How do they survive? Is Sydney still with us? Has she got a foot out the door? Because everything about that other offer sounds better. But like you said, even though it sounds good, the grass ain't always greener. Like, there's a lot of dysfunction here, and it looks easy to be out here and stand on your own to step out of Carmy's shadow. But at the same time, everybody is not cut out for this. I don't even know if Carmy's cut out for this. Like, real talk. Like, this season does not seem like he's cut out for this. He is a wildly talented chef.
Well, if the narrator's not a lie, then he is. Because then we've seen the review.
Have we seen the review? Or
Well,
we
that's what I'm saying. If the
seen
narrator's
bunch
not a
of
lie,
different reviews?
if the narrator's not a lie, we saw the piece that said that he is the best chef in Chicago, but we don't know because we saw
So
some other things.
that's the one that they're waiting on that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So, but here's the thing, like, and I know this is probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. I kind of feel Carmy a little bit more. Especially now that the money's about to run out. It's do or die. It's all or nothing. One of the things he said when he was locked in the fridge is he pretty much was saying, like, I can't rock with you because you'll take away my focus and I can't do this thing. And I know the storybook way is you can't do anything without love. I get that. I fully understand that. But a lot of times in the real world, you have to make ultimate sacrifices in order to achieve your goal. And I don't know if the bear is going to be successful if he has Claire Bear in his life. I don't know. I don't know if that happens because I think you have to have an iron will and laser focus in order to do this thing that he wants to do. But he's split. He's split between, can I be a human being and be a human being around my friends and family, or do I have to be this maniacal, crazy, insane person in order to achieve this thing? And in order to achieve this thing, you have to be dedicated to it. So I kind of feel him a little bit. It's like, how bad do you want it? We've had this talk, me and you've had this talk about the cost of greatness and what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get it? And if you've read, stories of people that have done these great, unimaginable things, it came at a very heavy price. And I think we're getting a chance to kind of see it from the root, from the beginning of something. I mean, we care about Carmy. We've had a couple of seasons to care about Carmy, but now he's on a path to greatness, and it looks weird. And it's not. You're like, I don't like this. I don't like him. I don't like how he's treating people. But I think that's what happens when people are watching people become great. You see, you get these weird things. You've changed. You're not around that much. How come you don't call? People that deal with greatness deal with that. And it's easy to say you want it, but what are you willing to lose in order to get it? That's my last little thing. Anything you want to close out with?
I do agree with that, and because I'm a Chicago homer when it comes to that, so Chicago saw greatness in number 23. And we've all heard the stories, the stuff about what it took to get to that greatness. Because he didn't achieve it alone, but he was driving that ship. Now you fast forward many years and you have a different type of greatness now. And even though I don't think that he's better than Mike, LeBron is great, and you cannot deny that man's accolades and what he has done, his longevity in the game and all that he has achieved. And he's doing it in a different way where even it would really appear that, like Jordan's wife, his first wife, was the MVP to put up with that shit for as long as they did, and then as soon as he get to a point, his divorce, and now he's on to wifey number 2 or what have you. For all intents and purposes, like LeBron done had the same woman since high school. He don't have no whole lot of vices out here. He's, got one of his sons in the NBA, which Mike couldn't even do. Like, you got MJ's DNA, little boy. Like, give me that DNA, like my guy. Like, and I guess too, it's like for Mike or even LeBron, you know what I'm saying? You grow up on the, the mean streets of, North Carolina or Akron, Ohio or whatever, and you go through a lot to get to where you've gotten to. And I think sometimes that we miss that step with our kids because we're trying to provide them, especially as you come up through the ranks, you provide them with the things that you didn't have. But also, it's almost like we breed that dog out of them. We breed that want that desire for greatness because everything is handed to them. You know, my son right now wants to continue playing varsity football, and he wants to parlay that into a college scholarship to go play, and, you know, even talks to the NFL. But how do you, not to be a dream crusher, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and even I've said it in plain words where it doesn't resonate, because of course it's my kid, so it's in one ear, right out the other one. But it's like, you ain't got it. And it's not because you don't have the potential. It's not because you don't have what it takes to go get it, but you don't have the go get it to go get it. You know, and that is a whole different proposition. Like you said, us as ordinary viewers, we very rarely, even like in our lifetimes, come up close with greatness. Rarely. That's why we are such celebrity, you know, crazed here in America. Because we think if you get a little bit of celebrity, you get a little bit of fame, that to us fame equals greatness. And that's not the
same
case
at all.
We celebrate and laud these D-list internet sensations. They're famous. Everyone knows their name. How can I get a, you know, and then are deluded enough to think, you know what? I can go viral and get my hits up too, and I can be a G-list celebrity. Like, yeah, like, you know, it's not, I heard, I can't remember which actor it was, but an actor was talking about where he doesn't do TV. Like, that's
like Tom Cruise.
From he done, was it Tom Cruise?
Yeah, he said I don't do TV. I am a movie star. Go ahead.
But, and I don't know if it was Tom Cruise that said what I'm about to say, but it was one of them that said, I don't do TV for the reason that you come on, you know, once a week or, you know, every night of the week, and you're in the person's house, you're on their TV screen, they feel like they know you. And they see you out in public like, oh, that's the dude, oh, you know what I'm saying, whatever, take a picture or whatever. He said, but when they see me on the movie screen, I'm 3 stories tall. I'm larger than life. And if they run into me out in the public, like, they will shit themselves. Like, they can't believe that they happen to be on the same block at the same time I am. He said, we're not the same. And, you know, and there's a point to that. You know what I'm saying? A true blue movie star is different than, you know what I'm saying, some dude that you see on the TV every week. Because that breeding familiarity, you know, like there've been a bunch of movie stars who played a part in a movie, but they could play another part in a movie and you get over it and be like, ah, they're a hell of an actor. But there's too many people we know that are pigeonholed because of a part they played on a TV show, and now they played it so much, so often, we can't see them as anything else. You'll get out in public and call them by that name, not even know their real name.
That's true.
Is that Steve Urkel? No, his name is Jaleel White. He's done other things. But as far as it's concerned, that's Urkel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like that. And I just think that we are at the point in this where we know Carmy. You know, we're not like the fact. We're not his best friend, and we know his nuances and what he would do. But it's just at the point too, is like, I need the Carmy back that we got seasons 1 and 2. Whatever this shit that he's working through, and I get it, he's working through, and that's real life. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. And maybe that's why they had to give us a whole season to see all these people work through their shit, Nat and the baby, and even reconciling that relationship a bit with the mom. The uncle say he'd been talking to Donna quite often because he's working on a thing. You know, Carmy and Richie are not good. Carmy and Sydney are not good. I mean, we saw Tina and Abram come back together and get good. You know, Tina had to check in on Marcus. I ain't asked you in a while, but are you good? Like the loss of his mom. So I understand it does take time to work through those things. I just, you know, you said it and you were right on point. The biggest bar, the biggest gem dropped in this episode was when the uncle said, those things that you're avoiding, the only way to get over them is to run right dead into them.
That's a bar. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I think that's a good place to stick a pin in this. Yeah, we went off for a minute, but it's just because it's a testament to how good projects breed good conversation. So that is the reason why this is running a little bit long, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to what you all have to say in the comments, because you all have been brilliant adding your 2 cents to it. Thank you for that. If you've been enjoying like this type of conversation that me and Rekkai have, I got a treat for you, and that is Rekkai specializes in this. Like, I know you've noticed, like on this channel, I say I gotta let Rekkai just take the reins and run with it, because he drops gems. So I'm gonna tell you something, give you a little secret. You don't have to worry about me adding my little 2 cents. You can head right over to Rekkai's channel and get it straight from the source. Get straight to the marrow of what's good. And not only that, not only gonna get it from the source, you're gonna get it from a very real space. You're gonna see it through his eyes and look at these great topics, ideas, this great content from a different angle. Rekkai, please tell the people how they get in contact with you.
You know, the strange thing about this is I gladly accepted and stepped in here as a guest spot to cover the wonderful, the effervescent MC who has been covering this with Syntell for season 1 and 2, and her schedule does not permit her to cover season 3, so I stepped in to do this. And unfortunately, just because of our schedule, I have not done any deep dives on the bear. Now, you know, if you've been following this for a while, if you come in to watch for more than a bear, you know, Doctor Who and Supercell, and just there's a bunch of other series and movies and stuff that I've covered with Syntell, and a few on my own, where I intermix my personal musings and anecdotes and reflections along with the theme or trope of whatever series or movie we're watching. I really want you to look forward to the live that we're going to do on the bear, and I hope that, even though it seems a lot of people have checked out for season 3, and it's just not as lively as it was for season 1 and 2, I hope that you return or share this with other people. Let them know when we do our live. We're going to really, peel back the layers of this onion and talk about season 3, what that means to the whole series as a whole, and what do we see going forward. Get over on the Discord. Listen, Syntell's got it cooking. You know, one of the reasons at the end, and just something that we do, or maybe I started it, at the end of this, the little thing between Sydney and Carmy, where is it, you know, saying, thank you, chef, you know, that just kind of happened organically. Yeah. But I think that's because at any moment between Syntell, and he don't flex like that on y'all often. He doesn't. He should, because he's fantastic. I do it all the time because I can't stop running off of the mouth. But to me, that means we say, you know, chef, because at any moment I can sit back and be like, you know what I'm saying? Let him cook. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my guy. He's about to drop these gems on you. Let him cook. You know, and that's why that's the chef right there. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of happened that way. So if you're interested in, I'm going to shut up now. If you're interested in looking at my page, youtube.com/Nupe from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. You got to use this. What I just told y'all, it's about this right here. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef. All love. I can't wait to see y'all in the comments. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. And the phone is always, what did we miss? And we will catch you all next episode. All right, y'all. Take care.